Today's seminar is called Know Your Le Corbusier, and the idea of the seminar came to life during the first seminar called Know Your Bauhaus. That was in 2018, where Ruth Baumeister, who's here today, did a talk on women in Bauhaus. And afterwards she gave me this book that she has, that she's probably going to tell you about, that she wrote on the collaboration between Le Corbusier and Asger Jorn, the Danish painter and everything. Asger Jorn, author, everything. The book was published in relation to a show that Baumeister had curated, which was called What Moves Us? Le Corbusier and Asger Jorn in Art and Architecture in 2015. The exhibition was a large and research-based and featured over exhibition and featured over 300 original work from Foundation Le Corbusier. To me, Le Corbusier and Asger Jorn was a rather unlikely thought, but very fascinating. I had a very superficial knowledge of both. Jorn, I knew, was a part of the Cobra group and the avant-garde situationist group. And my idea of Le Corbusier was that he was a part of strict functionalism, and hence an important inspiration to the building of the Scandinavian countries in the post-war era, as we all know it, if you've grown up in rural Norway. You know the blocks of social building. Le Corbusier was an architect, he was a designer, painter, writer, and urban planner. He's often called both a pioneer and the father of modernism. Yeah. Oh, there it was. So is Le Corbusier still relevant? And what has his influence been on Scandinavian city planning, social architecture, or architectonical thinking? Right now, I guess most of you are very aware of it, but right now, the grand debate of Norway is whether to tear down or preserve the government quarter and later Y-block that was built by Viksjö, and that were severely damaged in the terror attack on the 22nd of July 2011. Should we keep it or should we tear it down? And both the whole quarter is very significant to modernism in Norway. Erling Viksjö is said to be inspired by Le Corbusier when he drew the government quarter and later the Y-block. And also, it's said that even today, more than 50 years after his death, Le Corbusier, with his ideas and buildings, can both provoke and even arise anger and hatred. And when you look at the Norwegian situation, you think, does it have to do with this, the anger that modernism can rise? Le Corbusier, like we will hear more about during the day, was also an artist. Somewhere not long ago I read that he would divide his day between the studio and the office, before and after lunch. And so I know that we will hear a little bit about him as an artist as well during the day. So we have 3 artists as well as 3 lecturers. We have 3 artists here today, presentations. And as always, I never, when I invite an artist to do a presentation, I never ask them to do a direct presentation on the topic of the day, because it's 2 different things. Art is not supposed to talk about anything else but itself. It's not supposed to be anything but itself. So I usually leave it up to the audience to find the connection between the art and the topic of the day. But actually, today there are 2 artists that has been so interested in Le Corbusier that they have made work that are directly inspired by him. So we'll find a more obvious connection.